Chapter 11, Meetin in the Lobby. Before passing out the exam, Dr. Dayton asked the class how the research projects are going. Some of the pairs shared quick information about what they were doing. Again, Dr. Dayton praises Destiny and JC's approach of directly experiencing events firsthand. He suggests that others in the class follow their example and maybe visit each other over the upcoming Thanksgiving break. Some grumbling ensues, which as usual does not bother the professor in the least. Holly smiles and mouths in Destiny's direction, "You kiss up." Destiny winks her eye at Holly and then laughs as she brushes off her shoulder. Dr. Dayton proceeds to pass out the exam. Chris, Ethan, Freddie, and a few other guys have come by the auditorium early in preparation for the dress rehearsal for the fashion show. Becky is instructing them on where to set up the stage and some chairs. Freddie takes a break early as he is truly sick of Becky's domineering behavior. Sophia is organizing her notes as she will be describing the outfits as the models walk out. Later on, Holly, Laura, Destiny, and Fiona show up with their clothes in garment bags. Sophia shows them where their dressing room will be. Back at the fraternity, Teddy is finding some outfits to wear while drinking a can of beer. It's Friday evening, and the house is preparing for another party. He dances around his room, putting together a suit, dressy casual outfits, and a sports outfit. When he is done, he places the clothes in his garment bag and rushes down the steps. Teddy finds another beer in the refrigerator, gulps it down relatively fast, and tries to crush the can on the table with his hand. His second try is successful, which is met with roaring cheers. He informs his fellow frat brothers he will return in a few hours to party. As he leaves, grunting and high fives envelop as he walks towards the front door. Teddy arrives to the rehearsal as some of the fashion show participants are gathered around Becky. She is reading over some notes from her iPad. Becky assigns 3 of the ladies to collect money and hand out tickets. Freddie makes a ruckus about only females working at the door. Becky's boyfriend Chris starts to approach Teddy regarding his rudeness towards his girlfriend. Becky intervenes and switches one of the ladies out and puts in Freddie. Becky continues to run through the order of events. Chris and Jamal do backup music, Sophia MCs, Destiny's song, and the models ordered to walk down the runway. Chris volunteers to show Teddy where to get dressed. When he gets to the dressing room, he sees Ethan. The 2 guys embrace each other. "Where you been, man? You too good for us?" comments Teddy in a half-joking manner. "No, not at all. You know it's basketball season, so I got a lot going on with practice," replies Ethan. "Well, we're partying tonight," offers Teddy. "I know." JC comes in and informs the guys that Teddy wants them out there. Ethan is already dressed, so he leaves. Teddy quickly changes and joins the other models. Some of the models move down the runway as though they were walking to the mailbox. Becky assigns Fiona to show the ladies how to walk with some attitude. She assigns Ethan to assist the guys. Teddy didn't listen to Ethan and did his own style, which is fine. But the group recognized some tension between the 2 friends. Towards the end of rehearsal, some of the models and other working with the show help pack up to leave. Chris puts on Destiny's backup music, "My Love Is Your Love" by Whitney Houston. Destiny begins to sing. Several people came from the back, and those already in the auditorium stood and listened to how beautiful Destiny's voice sounds. Teddy smiles, but leaves because he needs to get to his party. When Destiny finished singing, everyone remaining applauds. A couple of people stay a little longer to ensure everything is set up for tomorrow. When they are done, the group walks over to the lobby to relax for a bit. Chris and Becky get some coffee from the coffee shop and join the others in the comfy chairs and couches. The students from the sociology class talk about the exam. "How did you guys think you did on the sociology test?" asks Holly. "It was easy," replies Becky. "Of course, it was like the exam Teddy gave us from last year," comments Destiny. "What about the essay questions?" questions JC. "I think those were not that bad. I need to get an A. Freddie and I are not getting our gender project done. He's going to call me bossy one more time, and I'm going to scream," comments Becky, shaking her head. "Well, sometimes you're kind of pushy, babe," inserts Chris. Becky quickly turns her head and looks directly at her boyfriend with a shocked look on her face. Chris just shrugs his shoulder, and then Becky promptly gets up and walks away. Destiny and Holly give Chris a look in solidarity with Becky's position as he remains in his chair. Both JC and Ethan look away from Chris, indicating he's on his own. "I guess I better go after her," figures Chris. "Good call," suggests Ethan. As Chris gets up, he fist bumps Ethan and JC. "Good luck, man," offers JC as he pats Chris on the back. The foursome left behind get a good laugh as they watch through the large window. Chris starts with a slow jog, then a rapid full-tilt run to catch up to Becky. "Sounds like an interesting sociology class. Teddy mentioned it a few times," comments Ethan. "At first I was skeptical of the project, but it is getting pretty interesting. But the teacher's pet are these two geniuses," smiles Holly. JC high-fives Destiny. "She's just jealous." "You're right, I am," states Holly. "But I agree. We do learn a lot from each other. Like I learned about sickle cell anemia in the Black community, and I talked about alcoholism issues in the Native American community with Destiny. Interestingly, heart disease and cancer are the leading cause of death in both the Native American and African American communities. Of course, exercise and different food preparation can help some of these diseases," explains JC. "Right. Who knew you could bake fish instead of fry it?" jokes Destiny. "Yeah, but it's just not the same," laughs Holly. "Everything in moderation," offers JC as he stands up. "Well, I'm going to head out. Destiny, do you need me to walk you to your dorm?" "Thanks, but I'll be fine," smiles Destiny. "I'll make sure to walk them both," offers Ethan. "You have a good night, JC," standing up, giving JC a brief hug as he leaves. After JC walks away, Destiny looks relieved. She shares with Holly and Ethan that she can't wait until December 8th, when this project is over. Destiny says she and JC go to the gym regularly and eat lots of fruit and baked fish. Ethan and Holly holler laughing as Destiny conveys all the changes she goes through to hide food she wants to eat from JC. When the laughter subsides, the three Black students sit and relax. Several ladies walk through the lobby at different times, approaching Ethan to see if he is going to the party. His response varies from "save me a beer," "I'll be there later," or "you know it." After each blonde, brunette, black, or redhead leaves, Destiny and Holly insist He didn't have to stay with them. He could go to the party. They knew Ethan. He is a big partier like Teddy and Cho and the rest of the frat boys. Tonight seems different. Ethan just wants to sit there and chill. What's up, Ethan? Destiny breaking the silence. I noticed some tension between you and your boy Teddy during rehearsal. There isn't any tension. I just don't have a lot of time to sit around drinking nasty beer and... He realizes the female company and refrains. Well, you know. It doesn't have anything to do with your visit to the police station a few weeks ago. Ethan is silent, but he seems to have plenty on his mind. Holly, who had been leaning back in the comfortable chair with her hand in her coat pockets and her head staring at the ceiling, straightens up to listen. Were you arrested? Asked Holly. No, he wasn't. It was a courtesy visit. Some white girl from one of the parties basically identifies a black guy hooking up with her against her will, so she can save face with her father. Now, Holly, you are caught up, interjects Destiny. Did you do that? Asked Holly. No, I was not with her. I never saw her at the party. She just identifies some random black guy, and since I'm the only black guy at the fraternity, I needed to make a courtesy visit. It just keeps bothering me, complains Ethan. I understand. It could have gone in a completely different way. You could be in jail, or your reputation could be damaged. Just because she says black guy. The black guy is automatically guilty, even though you didn't do it, consoles Destiny. Exactly. You get it. I told those fools in the fraternity, and they think I should be grateful that nothing happened and move on. Get this. One of the pledges, who knows the girl, told me that the girl said she didn't see any black guys at the party, so she just figured no one would get hurt. Meanwhile, any black male on the street gets confronted by the police over this allegation, and we know how smooth and cordial those encounters go, inserts Holly. With dispirited looks, all three shake their heads in agreement. The sad part about it, Ethan continues while shaking his head, I'm just going to say it. I thought I was above this. I thought I'm a rich kid whose parents are dentists and live in a white neighborhood. Most of my friends are white. This wouldn't happen to me, but it did. Destiny looks over to Ethan and smiles. Welcome to Earth, my naive brother. You are still black. Holly laughs along with Destiny, and eventually Ethan smiles and laughs too. You'll be fine, Ethan, laughs Holly. I too recently found out I was still black, laughing louder with Destiny. In all seriousness, just be aware there is cultural conditioning relative to black people, which is extremely unfair. But don't let it consume your entire life. My mama taught me that. Also, I just want to say I'm thankful I'm black. There are a lot of wonderful things about being black. I think when these situations happen, there is a feeling that you don't like being black, and that is not the case for me. Your mama is a smart woman, Holly, but unlike you two clowns, I've known I was black since I was born. I love being black too. And I agree with Holly. There is cultural bias, but keep your head up and you'll be fine, offers Destiny. Yeah, I know. I appreciate the talk, says Ethan. So your parents are dentists, comments Destiny. Is that what you want to be? No, I'm majoring in information systems. Plus my parents adopted me, so I don't have those genes, laughed Ethan. Oh, I didn't know that, smiles Destiny. You ladies ready for me to walk you to your residences? replies Ethan as he stands up. Yep, I'm ready, responds Holly. Me too, replies Destiny. Chapter 11. Ethan talks with Destiny and Holly about his courtesy visit to the police station. In the comments below, tell me whether you think Ethan should be grateful that the false allegations never materialized and move on, or should he be worried? See you in Chapter 12.